Hmm. I'm just move. Let me know if my audio is bad. I us. Background. Don't normally play with back. Hmm. BGM not working. What is that down a little bit? Yeah, that seems like an okay balance. Barely here. All right, hold up. Let me crank my mixer a little bit. How is that? Did I take the quest from that kid? Totally didn't. Damn it. Uh, Kinda crackly. Hold on. Uh, which audio is crackly? My voice? Not equal. Okay. Uh, How about now? Any better? Worse? Worse. I'm gonna. Better, maybe. Okay. Well, I'll leave it like. If it's still too crackly. So basically, what I'm doing, just leveling some alts, work on my Legion level, getting characters from 120 to 140 couple days. Doesn't take all that much effort. That's what I need. Keeps cutting in and out as I speak. Okay, hold on. How about now? It's still too loud? I have turned it down twice. Yes, I have. Is there a disconnect between my, like, OBS mixer and what it's actually doing? Okay. So basically, this should get me to like 126 or 127. Pretty. Not playing the character at all. Lots in there. Oh, stuff is just die on its own. Honestly, this quest and probably like the second to last one are my least favorite part of... Wait, did I not pick up the last one? Not. Okay. So yeah, they shortened this quest line quite a bit a while back, and now it's decently good EXP from 120 to like 126, 127. Especially if you've got the leveling link skills already maxed. You need to remember to take the frickin' quests, though. Instead of just, like, talking. Actually pick up the new quest. Haven't played Mechanic in a while, but, for some reason it's still got this. Did rocket jump, but it really doesn't need because up jump, like classes. Adjust the sound effects a little bit because enemy dying loudly. That's better. Now I've got that properly. That it matters. Not no more. One. Kill a bunch of these wannabe Argas. Bunch of ghosts. Honestly. Fast. Dumb minigame that probably my least favorite part of this whole process. The ghosts decide they don't like you. Repeatedly here can be really frustrating. I have actually failed this because I've run out of bullets trying to shoot blast ghosts a couple of times. But this time wasn't too bad. Yeah, nothing hits quite like the sound of a MapleStory level. Put my freaking robot back on. Talk to Dylan. Like, check on Delilah. So check on Delilah, who's like totally frazzled because she doesn't like any of this crap. But Dylan's an idiot, so like, we need to do more extreme things. Let's go check out the next ride. Which is one of these big seated tower drop things. It's really not that big, but like, there's a ton of monsters here. I think during the ghost segment, Delilah lost the ribbon Dylan gave her to like monitor her heart rate because he's a creep. And again, an idiot. That's why we're here, because following the signal from the ribbon. Like, I think it's somewhere over here. So we kill these Targa wannabes instead. Yeah, Dylan's like the worst. And you're right, a triple level is better than the sound of a single level, but only when they're slightly out of sync. and you get that, like, chorus effect going on it. Sometimes you get a triple level and it just, like, plays one time really loud. Here in a minute, I will show you what my current Legion status is. Oh, hey, Mystic Eyes. It's going pretty good, bud. You know, just kind of chilling. Just had some dinner. Ah. Alright, up here. For a second, because it does that whenever it loads that. Yeah. Trying to get to 6,500 for the next rank, because that'll let me put more members in my Legion and get more stuff on the grid. A lot of buffs that come out of Legion. Like, just a comical amount of stats, a ton of crit rate, a ton of boss damage, or defense, buff duration, EXP, you name it, it can come from Legion. Back in the day, it was all about the Link skills. Now the Link skills help you get the Legion. Oh, dude, Unicorn Overlord, I have heard nothing but good things about. I've been meaning to try the demo myself, but I just have not found the time yet. It's sitting on my PS5 waiting for me alongside the Sandland demo. Crap, I'm supposed to go the other way. Alright, so we beat up all the Cola Bears, and now Dylan's over here where there's a bunch of Scar Lions in airplanes that are gonna spawn in. He's like, the signal's here, somewhere. So we go talk to some people. Little lady here's like, I don't know. Go talk to ladies, man. He's like, yeah, I don't know either. And then this asshole is like, a ribbon? How about you beat up all of these Star Lions in airplanes for me? Oh, we're gonna kill a bunch of these guys. I could set up Rock and Shock, whatever it's called, but yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. It'll speed things up ever so slightly. Not my favorite stationary summon, but certain maps it's really useful. Some maps it's not so useful. This is one of the ones where it's a little wonky because of the shape of the map and the way the platforms are laid out. Yeah, I heard it was a timed demo for Unicorn Overlord, which is cool, but also maybe a bit limiting, being an RTS and all. Alright, so we get the ribbon, go back to Dylan. Dylan's like, great! Now we've got to get back to Delilah. Her heart rate's already dropped. Which, you know, is a creep, whatever. He'll learn a lesson by the end of this, I'm sure. So we give that ribbon back to Delilah, and we talk to Dylan, and Dylan's like, alright, now we go back and try that big drop ride I wanted. Alright. I do not want to activate a rune here. We're just gonna watch this ride go for a second. I mean, if you say it's not limiting, then honestly, I trust you on that. I'll find out about it probably, I don't know, tomorrow night maybe. Might get to it. Maybe I'll stream it, I don't know. Seems like the kind of game I would really like. I'm pretty excited to play it. Alright, so they did that ride, and he's like, well, now we gotta go to the big swing. Pirate boat ride. Personally, I hate these rides. I always feel like I'm gonna fall out of them. But we talked to the ride operator, and he's like, get rid of all of these Arga wannabes in boats. I'm going to. Assuming I can read the arrows. That up. Down the robot spawner. And a blast the. Another level. Alright, I know I was crapping on the jetpack move, but it does get you more height than an up jump in situations where you really need. And they did map it to up and attack, so I don't even have to, like, remember what key it's currently set to. Great, because my keyboard does not have the full insert, home, and section. Got like home, delete, page up, page down. Rest are combo key macros, which is super inconvenient for classes, but not so bad on this one, because I can just kind of blast everything with my mech. That does remind me, I think I have, oh yeah, I've got skill points to assign, but I think I also have a buff that I don't have mapped. Find out. Panic Raid. Block. Roll the dice. Yeah, I should be using that. Not gonna tell. I completely missed what I rolled. God. Yeah, I really wanted to get the collector's edition, but by the time I knew it existed, it was sold out, so I'm just not that worried about it. Other buff, I know I saw one. Something else that I need. I could be wrong. They went through and like turned a ton of buffs into passive a while back, and I can never remember what no longer a buff. I don't have another buff that I need. I'll take it. This up. Nice. I take less damage, which is nice. Not really necessary here, but will be useful when I get to, like, in Folktown and stuff. If I killed enough. Oh, I gotta go do tool bags. I didn't even notice that I turned that quest in. I've been doing this frickin' theme dungeon for days. Need 10 of these tool bags to repair the ride because all of the Barrack the Whites broke it. And the ride operator was like, yeah, beating them up will definitely fix it, right? No, it did not. Sends us to go get tools. So I like this theme dungeon because it's stuffed a handful of the enemies be in the Malaysia area in here. Like these belly buses are adapted from Malaysia. Obviously, Garline and Targa are both the bosses from Malaysia. Reminds me of simpler times, you know? Yeah, but which system did you get it for? Because I want it on Switch. Like, I know, I'm pretty sure the PS5 version is still available, which I might consider. But I don't know. Ever since Tactics Advance, I've been drawn to playing tactical RPGs on portable consoles. Part of why Disgaea 6 was super disappointing to me, because it ran like ass. Alright, so we got our tool bags. Let's go talk to Oliver here. Talk to Dylan. Dylan's like, alright, ride. And I guess the ride is still broken, so Dylan's like, alright, there's no other option. We gotta go do the last thing. Something that the weird guy in the Star Lion costume told Dylan about is the big stage show. And when we go in, we see my two favorite bosses in all of MapleStory. And also the weird caped mascot. And he is like, wahaha, no one ever stays together when they come here. Probably because these two giant mascots murder them. Murder mascots. But it's okay, I'm in a robot. They can't hurt me. Gonna... kind of blast them. These aren't real bosses. They don't have mechanics. Beat them up. Like, holy crap, you beat them up! And he turns out to be this ugly motherfucker right here. I have no sympathy for him. Delilah's passed out. Dylan out. He feels bad, finally. The nurse is like, what the heck is wrong with you, kid? And then she sends me to go get balloons from Clowning Scarlions in Extreme Station 1. Much like the first quest of the theme dungeon, we kill a bunch of stuff and pick up balloons. And just like that quest, they don't always drop, which makes this a bit frustrating in my opinion. They drop frequently enough, but like, I don't have a pet at the moment, so I have to like pick them up manually. Which isn't the worst thing in the world because there's not like a ton of spawn and they're not always dropping their barrels. And the balloons are actually pretty easy to see. Once I get to the Golden Temple theme dungeon in a little bit, you'll see some very frustrating drops that you have to collect for quests. But right now, this is straightforward. Yeah, he would have gotten away with it, but I am all 5 meddling kids at once, and their dog. Dog is the mech. I don't think I'd have as much of a problem with this particular quest if the clowning Scarlines weren't relatively sparse in spawn. And I mean, if they spawn too much, it would be balanced and level, but I don't know. I'm never here more than, like, the time it takes for me to pick up 25 balloons, so... There are far more abusable maps I think they could do with increasing the spawn or the drop rate here without any real damage. But, you know, that would require Nexon to, like, change something for EMS, and they never do that. So, I guess they've been doing more of that lately. Finally realized that GMS is not KMS, and they cannot treat it the same. But the results of that realization have yet to be seen. All drop balloons. Both good and bad. I did this on my Wild Hunter like 2 hours ago, and honestly it was so much easier because the Wild Hunter just bounces around everywhere super fast because the Jaguar is quick. Alright, we got the balloons. Also, I think Wild Hunter's got better summons than Mech, which is weird. Alright, so the nurse is like, there's way too many of these Canter Bears here, kill 100 of them, so we're gonna do that so that she can set up something for Delilah, make her feel better when she wakes up. Let's set up one of these up here. On this map, Canter Bears never spawn up here, which is convenient, but they do spawn up here. I think it's because they have the little, like, things, but I don't think you can use them anymore. Hop out of my mech. Yeah, you can't use them. I'm not gonna try. You used to be able to, like, get behind there and put your face through and whatever. But I guess they removed that at some point. They're hiring Comp Sci Brains to do that. And also hiding the, salary, which is annoying. Like, I've seen the job listing. It said $1, which is maybe true. I wouldn't put it past them. Alright, so we've killed enough of these guys, we talked to the nurse, and she's like, alright, I've set it up. And now, Dylan realizes he's been a dick. And Delilah gonna let him have it while he's trying to not be an idiot. Yeah, not even one random hair coupon per hour. I'm sure they have, like, an actual salary for it, but, like, they're trying to get around California state law, where you have to disclose salary on job listings, and it's honestly really fucking sketchy. So Dylan finally confesses that he actually likes her. Delilah's like, wait, you weren't just being mean? And he's like, no, I'm just an idiot. She's like, well, you're gonna have to make it up to me forever. Every spring. So, yeah, they get their happy ending. These guys do not. He's still crying because I killed his frickin' monsters. How does that get around it? They are disclosing a number. That's honestly about it. I suspect if someone brought it to the authorities' attention, they would probably get in trouble for it. But also I haven't looked at it yet. Not yet, but recently I haven't looked at it, and they may have updated the listings. It's possible that they hadn't figured out the exact salary they were going for. Still sketchy, no matter what. Alright, so we get a medal that is not better than what I had, and what do you know, 126 on the dot. Alright. So, once I'm done with that, go to Korean Folktown. We're not going to do the full quest line, we're just going to do the wanted poster mission. This map in particular is really good and used to be where all of the bots farmed mesos. Because, I mean, look at all of these moon bunnies. The quest is like, kill 120 of them, this will not take long. This map is one of the maps where Rock and Shock, wanting to get the name right for once, actually extremely useful because, I mean, look at that space that's currently getting electrified. Every time moon bunnies spawn over there, a bunch of them just die. So these quests are intended to be done above level 130. They open at 125, but like every monster here is like 130 plus. So the quest EXP is actually quite good. In addition to getting an EXP out of monsters themselves. So we're done with that quest already, and I am now 127. In addition to getting a bunch of EXP, you also get a bunch of mesos for buying teleport rocks and whatever while you're doing this. But I don't think I've ever needed more than a single one-day teleport rock to evolve these get to 140. So now we're gonna go do Dark Axe Stumps. Map is probably the second worst in Korean Folktown. For a lot of classes that don't have vertical mobility. Thankfully, I'm a mech. I have pretty good mobility. And my mobbing skill has a big area of effect. So this shouldn't be terrible. Anything that I can't reach, I can hit with the missiles. Yeah, we're just here and kill a bunch of Dark Axe Stumps. Which is really funny because, like, if you know maplestory, you know that Dark Axe Stumps are a low-level mob in Parion normally, but, like, here they're over 130. Kind of reminds me of the days when, like, you could go into Sleepywood and fight, like, zombie mushrooms and then fall in the wrong part of the map and have level 60-plus golems just murder you. Or, like, Pig Beach, where, you know, the pigs are normal, but then the Iron Hog is, like, 20 levels higher. And occasionally just comes through and kills all the noobs. And oh, Rune of Ignition. I'm gonna hold out. I'm probably gonna want to get a rune on the Blinn map. So there's a couple of quests that I have to do along this path of mine that involve killing a certain number of enemy mobs that transform upon death, which is my least favorite thing maybe in all of maplestory because they only count for quests on the back half of their existence. So now we're gonna wait for the tigers to spawn, not lions. Gonna set up rock and shock. Bots and pots down there, whatever the hell it's called. And it basically the transforming spawns take a quest where it's like kill 120 to kill 240. And I don't like that a whole lot. But at the same time, if counted both, the spawn rate might be too high. I don't know. I never really know what Axon's thinking when it comes to like quest design, because you'd think that they would just like, I don't know, decrease the number a little bit, but it just continues whatever rate it was going at before in terms of quest line enemy kill growth. Thankfully, the last quest, which has you kill 3 different types of goblins, they're like, okay, yeah, you only have to kill 80 of these instead of a full 120. Gonna keep dropping stuff to pick up 140 gear for later in my grind when I am doing 140 to 170, which I am probably not getting at all tonight. Alright, so we killed all of those guys, got the quest done. We're 128, so go to the next map. Also, I'm gonna point out that dash off of platform, you still get the insane momentum boost, which has honestly been around since, like, I don't know, the first class with a double tap dash. Like, you'd be able to do it with pirates way back when they first came out. You can do it with Iran. It does make getting around some of these maps much, much easier. Or at least quicker. Ooh, glove. I want that. Never have another rolls I don't. Oh, I forgot. Buff. Don't have back on either. What the heck am I doing? I know what I'm doing because I got removed from my mech a couple of times in Fantasy Theme Park. Get removed from it, you lose that buff because mech. And I forgot. But I suppose that kind of shows the power of Link skills in Legion, that I don't even need to buff, really. Also the power of all the freaking passive. So many former active buffs became passive buffs because they realized that, I don't know, having to use 6 buffs before 5th job is stupid. Alright, we're done here, so we're gonna go on over to Sammy-Hos, our 3-tailed foxes that will spawn in when... This is another map that's got pretty great spawn, all things considered. Just kind of murder the hell out of them and come back. are definitely a lot of maps where you'll be able to, like, kill everything on the map and then just sitting there for like 5 or 6 seconds. But one has a pretty quick respawn. Why are you killing... Everything's cute in MapleStory, bro. I can't not kill the cute things. Even Horntail's cute. Alright, so that's done. We leveled up. We're 129. We're zooming. Hopefully get a rune in at some point because the map is terrible. Terrible bad. Awful bad. It's not like a bad map, but the spawns are just the worst. As you can see, I think I've killed 7. 9 now. Okay. Oh, this is second slowest part of this. There's a map in Crimson Wood Castle that is a little bit worse simply because the map itself is bigger and the spawns are far more spread out. But I do not enjoy this. Hey, I think Pianus is cute. This is just a big dumb fish. Maybe not the cutest, but still pretty cute. Fortunately, I can blast both of the platforms at once up here, actually making this go by pretty quick. I was leveling my Ice Lightning Mage the other day, and Chain Lightning is so bad compared to Luminous's Light Reflection. It's the same skill, but with, like, worse range and worse chaining. Alright. I'm just gonna kill a few more of these guys to try to get to 1 real quick. I'm actually a little bit behind. I'll use this and stop screwing it up. At least both spawns give EXP. It would be really terrible if, like, the first half of it didn't give EXP at all. But it does mean that they give less EXP than equivalent. Kind of really. Like, if I go over here, the Goblin map, tell me to kill 8 Goblin type, 2 of which spawn here. These guys give like 2k more EXP baseline. Kind of silly, not gonna lie. I'm gonna form my mech into a tank and go in here to do Inferno Wolf real quick. Just kind of wail on it for a little bit. Doesn't give a whole lot of EXP, but it does give me some rewards once someone kills Inferno Wolf, and the rewards from that can be pretty useful. Not always the most useful, but good enough to where I kind of want them. I can get some out of it. They're dropping all crap from that. So, this is one of the maps here that has like the kill 400 enemies to teleport here anytime. I never do that because 400 of one of the goblin types and not the other. So it's like, I'm never here that much. And then I don't need to come back. Ooh, we're doing this. Oyo gives tons of EXP. Like, this will probably level me up before I'm done with it. Also, the music here is awesome. One of the better tracks in maplestory as far as, like, rock music goes. There's something over here? Tiny monkey behind the Maple World thing? God damn it. Alright. And we leveled. See? What'd I tell you? Look at the way my bar went up. That's so much EXP. Just easy experience. I literally got 100% EXP from that overall. Because I'm about where I was when I went in. Just at 131 instead of 130. Alright, we're done here. We can go into second of the two goblin maps, which is where I used to farm all of my 140 gear, actually, just because it's really easy to, like, kill everything on the map quickly. Up like this. Down robot spawner. Well, I'll throw down the healing thing. Still heal? Yeah, it does. Also, decrease enemies defense. I didn't know it did, but that's cool. Shows how long it's been since I played this character. Yeah, I like these enemies a lot, especially when their mask falls off and you see their silly little face. Like, yeah, they're king goblins, but then, like, they got the tiny little eyes and the mouth and silly little dudes. Alright, so we are now done here at 132. We are now going to go to Golden Temple. Because Golden Temple is another theme dungeon that's really easy to just blaze through. Accept all the quests for Noi. Tell us to find some missing keepsakes, and go look into some missing tourists. So we're gonna come over here, and now there's the angry monkeys wearing banana hats. Kill a bunch of these guys, and hope that they drop the keepsakes we're looking for. Any mob in the dungeon can drop any of the keepsakes, which is really annoying, but the drop rate is much better than it used to be. Honestly, it used to be so bad that you could go through the whole theme dungeon unnerfed, slow as hell, and find maybe one of them. That's one of them. That's one of the easier ones to spot. Well-kept keepsake is now acquired. You can actually turn that in now for a handful of EXP. And we're looking for a book and a white ball of yarn. The book is not too hard to spot because it's a dark brown against everything else that drops in this dungeon. the white ball of yarn is the worst, because there are multiple enemies that drop white balls of fur that you have to kill a lot of, and it's very easy to miss the. Got the monkeys done. I don't see a book anywhere. We're gonna talk to Somchi. Somchai. And continue through looking for the missing tour. Find the tour guide, and like, we're evacuating because everything's chaos. I think there's one further in, but I don't know. I lost my GPS tracker. So we're gonna kill a few of these guys until they drop, gas tracker. And it's right there. Quest takes no time at all, and we move right along. Praying girl. Talk to her, and like, you have to help her before Snowfro the Fruitnicissant. Another tourist lost her camera, and Snowfro has it. So, this girl tells us to kill a bunch of the white monkeys. Little guys and big guys. And you see what I mean? Like, look at these balls of fur. They are just nondescript white balls of fur, and will absolutely hide the nondescript white ball of yarn that we are looking for. There's this quest. Just killing these guys until we're done with it. Hoping to see the white ball of yarn at some point, but if it doesn't spawn while we're dealing with these guys, it might actually just be here. Because the later spawns do not drop white balls. More of these big monkeys. Done hearing can go on. Honestly, the keepsake quests are significantly easier if you have a pet, but I do not. I have 2 dead pets in my inventory. NX revive them, so I'm not gonna bother. Alright. And here is the tourist. Like, go find my camera. And this guy is like, kill more of those monkeys. But we're gonna talk to him outside of his quest, and he's gonna let us in to beat up Snowfro, the Fruitnificent. Has a whole bunch of fruit in its fro. And now we got the camera. Talk to her. Like, alright, go back to the tour guide guy. Tell him I'm sick. Which we will do on our way out. But continue, we gotta kill 100 mama monkeys again. Just killed like 80 of them on the last map. And wouldn't you know it, there's more to kill here, but an equivalently bad spawn rate split with the little monkey. I'm still not seeing, ball of yarn and fine, but I also don't think we found the book yet either. That's kind of a... Hopefully, we see them in one of the next maps. Are slightly better overall than this one. We are now done here. We're going to go ahead and temple. Talk to Master Long. Ung? I don't know. Lo-ong? Something. The master of the temple, he tells us to go kill some blue goblins. For these little guys. We're gonna hope one of them drops the book or the yarn. Because, I mean, we don't need them to complete the theme dungeon, but it is EXP, so I would prefer to get it than not. Oh, there's the yarn. Yeah, get that yarn. Get that yarn. Alright, now we just need a book. The book is, like I said before, pretty obvious. Drawn at like an angle and dark brown. Kinda easier to spot. Yeah, these guys are like fairly serious business looking for full story enemies. What really gets me is their eyes look so wired. But we're done in this map. I didn't see the book drop. I'll pop back in just to double check. Yeah, no book. So we're gonna go talk to Master Long, and he's gonna tell us to go kill the red ones now. They are in this map and the map above it. But I like this one. So I'm gonna do. Set up a big build of electricity and just kind of go at it. Stop whacking my face on the microphone. Guys, I think these guys look a little happier than the other ones, blue ones. But maybe a bit more menacing. They got bigger fangs. Probably. Full warrior. Oh right, I didn't set the macro. There we go. Up on the buffs go faster. That is something they still haven't fixed. If you're on a rope, can't use all buffs, but the ones you can use will go off significantly quicker. It won't wait for the animation. Kind of less useful now that we don't need to like pop 6 buffs every 3 minutes, but no. Why not have cooldown is a 50% chance on mech? Oh my god, okay. I did get the EXP buff, which rolled a 6. They're scarier when they smile. Yeah, these guys got big axes. Like, that axe is literally the size of his head. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Aran's polearm is probably bigger than Aran, but like... Oh, hey, there's the book. Got the book. Okay, we no longer need to pay close attention to what's falling out of these. I even want to put bots and tots. Yeah, alright. Okay. Talk to Master Long. He's gonna send us to kill more stone goblins. Guys are, a bit cuter than the other ones. But they look like they're up to no good. The other ones look menacing. These guys just look like they cause trouble. We're gonna pop this because I want the EXP buff. I want to try to get to 136 or 137 before I leave here. Plus, the Rune of Contact is not terrible. It will continue to kill a bunch of them that are kind of near it. But yeah, we're gonna kill all these guys. Fortunately, my mobbing skill has this huge vertical range, so I can hit 2 platforms if I just hop way quicker and done here. Talk to Master Long again. Gonna send us to kill more goblins. You guessed it. But so many goblins. These guys look like the other guys, but like they maybe didn't have coffee this morning. They had to leave the house early. They're just not happy to be here. They're apparently strong, but I think they're just wearing a fancier hat and got less sleep. But this map is slightly easier than the last one in terms of the number of them spawning. The big hole in the middle is kind of weird. I don't know who designed this map and what they were thinking when they made it. I guess they were like, we need to make this map not identical to the last one. And their way of doing that was to put a big hole right there in the middle. So we're done with this quest. We're gonna move right along. And we'll probably level up here. No, not quite. Alright. This next map is the single best map in this entire theme dungeon. Because it is just loaded with spawn. Which is good because we need to kill a bunch of these guys. I do not have perfect mech on again. Go figure. They spawn in large quantities, spawn quickly. Just a much better map than anything that we've had so far. But that's probably for the best, because we need like 50% more than the last couple maps. Roll. Oh, we got double down to proc. That's... Alright, we've enough of these guys. I'm gonna guy and up. Come over here and we talk to the four-way. And they're gonna be like, all right, you killed enough of those two. Go find a sunburst, which is a medium-ish yellow orb about the size of a meso bag that one of these guys is gonna drop eventually. We only need the one, and that will let us through that gate to go find the boss of the theme dungeon, Ravana, who back in the day was an event boss. Like, this whole area was like for events. I think my partner got stuck here once and had to contact support. Am I ever in danger of dying? Yes, but not against normal mobs, and certainly not with a mechanic. I will die relatively frequently if I go boss, which I might run a couple bosses just for, you know, shits and giggles. I might go do easy Magnus, because the drops from some of the bosses will be very useful when I come back to this character later, get it to 170 and eventually 200. This guy kind of sucks because he jumps up and fires lasers, and he can do like a 1-1 where, you know, that right there. That's basically one of the things that will kill you in maplestory, is bosses hitting you and dropping your HP and MP to 1. Horntail is particularly egregious with the 1-1s, and Pink Beam's pretty bad too. So we're done here. We're gonna teleport back to the tourist guide. And now we have completed Theme Dungeon. We can turn in the keepsakes. And collect... Oh, no, we can't. Hold on. I gotta get rid of junk. Now we can collect metal and the rest of the XP. I didn't quite make it to 136 here, but that's okay. It just means that we're going to spend a little bit more time in Crimson Heart. We're going to talk to Grendel, the really, really old, who is going to tell us about a castle full of demons that used to be part of GMS exclusive content. So we talked to Grendel. Grendel's like, okay, go to the teleporty mirror that's in almost every town, but not mine. I don't have one. We're just going to teleport to Leafer because that's going to be more useful. Leafery? Alright. So now we're in Crimson Heart Castle with all of these gray babies. Look at all them gray babies. Demon children. And the demon child is like, I don't know anybody named Ridley, but Ridley is this statue. We're shocked that he can talk. We're gonna go back and forth between Ridley and Pepper a little bit, and then Grendel's gonna be like, what did you find? So we tell Grendel what we saw, and Ridley sends us on a quest to kill a whole bunch of enemies to open secret passages to get the gray babies out of the castle. Yeah, pretty straightforward here. We're just gonna kill a ton of enemies, but they give pretty decent EXP, and we often will have a high burning because no one ever does this theme dungeon. Probably worth noting that that's one of the most useful things out of theme dungeons, is that since nobody's doing them, you'll usually have over a 50% burning rate on any given map, unless, you know, we're doing it a couple hours ago on the same channel. But that boosts our EXP gain that much more. So, you know, between the Burning and the Legion EXP bonuses, and my Link skill EXP bonuses, and Aran's Link skill for combo orbs, Evan's Link skill for runes, he just level up really freaking quick. Like that. So, are we done here? I keep missing the count. I think we're done here. Go to the next map. Gray babies can be shortened to Grabies. You are right. Yes, it can. We gotta save them Grabies. But, you know, that's really close to gravies. I don't think we want gravy made of gray baby. We don't want gray baby gravy. I don't even like that I said that. Great rabies. Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be, like, children of the species that Demon Slayer and Demon Avenger are, which is just called demons. But, they certainly can't fight like a demon. Alright, we're done here. Come on, man, don't encourage me to say weird shit on stream. I already say enough weird shit. Okay, so we're gonna talk to Ridley. Ridley's like, yeah, you open the passage. We talk to Pepper, and Pepper's like, okay, we'll send some children out the passage. And now there are less gray babies. So we talk to Ridley. Ridley's like, okay, go through the next door. Open another passage. They did remove the god-awful mini-games. They are now optional quests at the end. There used to be, like, these weird, like, rope climbing minigame, and like, one of the kind of shooty minigames, I think. And they were awful. The rope climb in particular was really bad, because it's like, climb these ropes and dodge all this crap. Like, the worst kind of jump quest. One that doesn't involve actual jumping. But, any jump quest is pretty bad, so... The fact that we don't have to do it now makes this so much easier and so much more valuable to our EXP grind. When else am I gonna say stuff like that? I don't know, man. The next time I find gray babies, probably. This is my second to least favorite map in this team dungeon. The spawn is a bit sparse, and you need like 130 of them. And then the map itself is also big as heck. And, yeah. Not my favorite map, but doesn't go too low, so we move on to the next one, which is significantly less bad. I am also awful at jump quests. The only one I could ever do was the Lineage jump quest. And the rewards for that were not worth it. Oh, right, this map. Okay, this map is god-awful, because these guys are transforming mobs. The EXP here isn't bad, but the spawn rate and the rate at which we can complete the quest are both pretty not great. Just really kind of slow as heck. Again, I can mob well, but having to wait for them to like transform and then the second mob to spawn, it not being immediate because of the way MapleStory's engine works is just not my favorite. Decidedly one of my least favorite things in all of Maples. In what universe are those leprechauns? Yeah, so the leprechauns also used to be transforming enemies in the Crimson Wood Keep area, which was a GMS exclusive. They used to spawn as meso bags that would frickin' kill you, and then you'd kill the meso bag and they'd transform into the little leprechaun guy. I do not think they are leprechauns. Ooh, Wordle! Oh, Frito, hell yeah. Alright, let's... Okay, this one's easy. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. Shoot the birds and avoid the ugly birds. And we're done. That's a whole bunch of EXP and some rewards for us. Put that on. I can't use the map. Oh, okay. So now buff on junk, and we're gonna go back to killing these nerds. It wouldn't be so bad if you have to kill like 130 of them. There are some classes that just make this look like a cakewalk. Luminous, for example, can basically just teleport around and hit the whole map with light reflection. Wild Hunter can set up a bunch of traps that just kill a bunch of stuff pretty quickly. But since I am playing a mechanic, my summons aren't super great on a map like this. They are much more useful for dealing with like bosses, large flat areas. But we are done here. Finally, okay. Moving right along. I love a combo orb. Even if I'm playing a class that does not get a high combo rate, it is still nice. Now we're 137. We're almost there, boys. Almost to 140. Going into the next map, and we're gonna kill even more enemies. We've got a burning 9. These enemies are freaking dope. Elder Wraiths are cool as hell. Yeah, so anyways, I started blasting. And the waiter was like, "So you don't want salad?" This map is really... It's got better spawn. These guys are real easy to kill. But we need like 160 of them. A lot of them like to spawn down here, so we'll set up some traps for the ones that come all the way up here. We can set up the bots and tots or whatever it's called. You know what? I did not assign any AP this entire time. Doesn't make much a difference because of the sheer amount of stats that I get from Legion and my assorted link skills, but a little bit more power never hurts. I'm gonna try and fight this one. Back. Are we done? We're done. Okay. Not paying attention to the enemy kill count. Alright, this map is also pretty good as far as maps go. Enemies are also looking. Because, again, they came from the GMS exclusive content where they were like, we're gonna make a bunch of cool looking stuff. And it was like, you know, one of the most highly regarded boss areas in the game for a long time. Crimson would keep PQ. Dropped a ton of insanely useful stuff like the Deputy Star, the Mark of Narracane. And I mean, don't get me wrong, New Leaf City is still in the game as like the Maple Blockbuster storyline. And it gives one of the best medals that is currently available to new players. But the fact that we lost Crimsonwood Keep PQ and a lot of the areas that were in Crimsonwood Forest, still very sad. We're talking like back when the MapleStory TCG was still a thing, right? It's like, you used to use all the ITCG items there. Yeah, Sturgeman! Get them Sturgeman pants! Classic MapleStory stuff. Yeah, I'm really sad because of like the sheer number of awesome looking equips that's completely lost. I did recently remember that you can actually get like the Scarline and Targa helmets out of the bosses in the fantasy theme park. Once you've finished the quest line, you can go back in and fight them. They'll drop their hats. So I'm probably gonna do that for anviling because the Scarline helm is still my absolute favorite hat in all of MapleStory. But yeah, just so many classic things lost. Like, do you remember when back in the day there were like the doorways of the main 5 starting areas that like took you to a little boss that you'd fight, and they would drop a hat that gave you a bunch of your relevant stat and looked like the demon that you fought? I was on one of my characters and noticed I still had the mage one. And I was like, whoa, why is this still in my inventory? I mean, I know why it's in my inventory. It's because I can't bring myself to drop anything that I know I can't get back. This map is awesome for a lot of classes. Not super great for this one. These bats just swarm everywhere. They don't give a crap about the platforms. They'll float around wherever they freaking want to. Ooh, hello. Darkness. Gonna spawn some big bats. I'm gonna tank. Man, I never noticed your delay until just now. Huh. We're gonna transfer back into our form to try to get the rest of the 200 crimson. Yeah, I am a maple hoarder. I hoard equipment or classes that I am not on Reboot. Like, if I go onto my old characters, I have, like, Empress gear that I got from events, and, like, maple equips from events that I straight up can't use. And I just can't bring myself to throw them away for the most part because, I don't know, they're cool looking. I like sprites. Especially equipment sprites. I used to carry around the Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced Strategy Guide just to look at the equipment section because it has all of the game sprites printed. Maple hoarders should be killed. You're right. At least it would be better than the guild that we named after my IGN Persona 4 climax fighter battle banana split Sunday. I still have a few characters that are in cram school, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they don't make strategy guides like at all anymore, which is my least favorite thing in gaming other than GameStop and the slow death of physical media. If they made strategy guides, I would buy strategy guides today for games I don't play, just because I like strategy guides that much. Cute monsters, nice sprites. Yeah, you right. So we need to kill 200 of these turds. Probably not gonna make 140 out of this theme dungeon alone. But there is a post-theme dungeon completion quest that is fairly worthwhile and will get me to 140 once I'm at 139. I may have to go, I don't know, find something else to run on this setup on a level. I haven't really thought about it. Honestly, the slowest I have been through this area in terms of gaining levels. Ah. Something's blocking part of my chat. Like, I'm using chat viewing, I guess. Not ideal, because it's got, like, the emoticon menu in the bottom right. And I'm like, 3 games FF7 guide? Yeah, that one was pretty bad. I don't know, man. I own like 4 or 5 strategy guides to FF7 still. The best one was the official one. But it wasn't like a great strategy guide, it was just like a nice book. Had like, you know, the concept art for the pass. I don't think that one was Brady Games guide, though. I think that might have been before Brady Games had really taken off. But I think actually the worst strategy guide ever made, in my opinion, a strategy guide to Pokemon Gold and Silver that came out before the games came out in English. And nah, it was not a useful guide. It had no information on Pokemon pets or anything. Total garbage. Yeah, I think the official FF7 one was a Prima guide before Prima went downhill and Brady Games rose from their ashes. Like, there was a period where Prima guides were, you know, the primo strategy guide, right? But, like, after a while, they just became very, very bad. Yeah, I don't even remember what company made that strategy guide. I remember buying it in a mall bookstore and being like, wow, this is so terrible. So this guy's name is Red Nerg, which is just grinder backwards. And just spins. That's kind of all he does. Kill him. Now, wait. turn in the quest. And now Grendel the Old is us a medal. I don't think we got any EXP from the medal, but I don't medal. This character still has Tot's medal, which is no longer available and is better than all of these high-level team dungeon medals for some reason. Like, it's the 3 weapon and magic attack that does it, right? Because, like, you know, stats, the difference between, like, 5 and 10 or whatever. I still have that medal. Drop them both. It's just, you know, getting actual act power out of it is way better than getting more stat. So we want the guards to the castle, but select the other quests too. Which, if we go over here, we want to do Ghost Sniper real quick, which is this again. So this one sucks kind of a lot more than the one because ghosts teleport a little bit more often. But I've done it so many times, I've gotten, like, really great at it. I generally don't fail. We complete that quest, get a little bit of EXP. What? What did he give me? What? Why do I have a burning marshmallow? And why can't I transfer it to a character that can anvil it onto something? Ugh. Give me nothing? Did he say he was giving me something and then give me nothing? I'm pretty sure he said he was gonna give me something and then gave me nothing. Okay. Sure. We're not gonna that EXP not as good as I wanted it. But we are going to hop in here and we're gonna kill a bunch of these whenever they spawn in. I do not like this map. I don't want to be here, but the EXP is good. It'll get me to 139 just from killing them. And then EXP from the quest is alright too. If you are not strong enough, these guys are actually somewhat difficult to kill, or at least to be. I don't have a very good grasp on what's actually difficult for regular characters, but I'm gonna finish this off stream, and I will be streaming, I'll stream more tomorrow. So, everybody have a good night, thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys next time.